Hey guys, this is probably the most important and interesting chart I've seen in a very, very long time. This is the S&P 500 SPY, the tradable ticker. It's on the weekly, so all these are weekly candles as you can see. We're coming up to probably the most critical point of this year or in the near term. We'll see what happens, but as you can see, this next week is pretty much the end of the wedge pattern here. The wedge that's been forming since 2022, and recently we've held this line from October of 23. Okay, so we've held this line, we've held this top here of the wedge pattern, and I want you guys to see another thing. There's another longer trend from 2020, the highs of 2020 before everything fell. It matches the peak here, or the peak in 2021, and also where the peak is now in 2024. Okay, that's very interesting. I want you guys to see something else that could be pure coincidence, right? I mean, this could be pure coincidence, but end of February, last 2 weeks during the COVID, I mean, there were lockdowns here and other stuff going on, but it triggered this massive drop. And of course, end of February, right? The last 2 weeks. Fast forward to 2024, we're coming to all of these trend lines into the last 2 weeks of February. That would be such a coincidence if this were the beginning of the drop, just like in 2020. I want you guys to see one last thing. All right, if I extend these trend lines that are, going back for years and years and years, okay, it comes to a point, you know, in June 2025. Obviously a year so away from now. Now, if these trend lines get respected from the lows of 2020, going all the way back to for the previous peaks in 2000 before it collapsed, if we're going to go by 4 years of this wedge pattern, this may not break up here. Okay, it's too early. Or if it does break up, it might come back down and either mess around or go the other way. Not financial advice. I have no idea what's going to happen. The markets have been going absolutely crazy recently. This could break up. You never know. Could be a false break and come back down only to touch this bottom of the trend line. So for me, the next few weeks are going to be important. If this does not break, we should be trading down and touching the previous peak here at around 460. Okay, the previous top. We're going to be retesting that if we don't break up and out. So just so you know, and then the bottom, which would be testing down here, would probably be 450. Okay, the trend line that's been respected since 2020. So I want you guys to see the bigger trend. This is kind of a small trend. I'm not saying that it can't break up or down here, but it should respect this till next year sometime, according to the bigger trend. Okay. So why is this important? Because this could be a local top here. If you know candlestick patterns, this is kind of like a hangman um, candlestick too. It's just another reason why this could be a local top. I mean, with all these trend lines converging, with this hangman type pattern, and with the notorious February drops, end of February, sorry. It's just so many factors that make me think that this is such an important week or two coming up here. I mean, if we break out, like I said, who knows? I don't know what the top is going to be. This could go to who knows what. But I think the next 2 weeks are going to be super important if we're looking for some kind of breakdown and if the bears want to make some money here. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.